Good morning, students. Today we are going to study about a great musician of India. His name was Tansen. Tansen was one of the 9 gems of Akbar's court. He was the best musician of India. So let us start this chapter. A singer called Mukundan Mishra and his wife lived in Behat near Gwalior. Tansen was their only child. It is said that he was a naughty child. Often he ran away to play in the forest and soon learnt to imitate perfectly the calls of birds and animals. Tansen was born to the couple who used to live in Behat near Gwalior. His father's name was Mukundan Mishra. And Tansen was a very naughty boy. He used to play a lot and often go to the forests. There he used to imitate, copy the sound of animals and birds, and he became perfect in it. A famous singer named Swami Haridas was once traveling through the forest with his disciples. Tired, the group settled down to rest in a shady grove. Tansen saw them. So one day what happened? Tansen was playing in the forest. A group of singers was passing through the forests, and their leader was Swami Haridas, and he had his disciples with him. They were tired and they wanted to take rest for a while. So they sat under a shady tree and started taking rest. Tansen saw them, and a naughty idea came to his mind. What he thought? Strangers in the forest. He said to himself, it will be fun to frighten them. And he thought of frightening those travelers. He hid himself behind a tree and roared like a tiger. The little group of travelers scattered in fear, but Swami Haridas called them together. Don't be afraid, he said. Tigers are not always dangerous. Let us look for this one. So Tansen was playing a trick on them. He was playing a prank on them, and he hid behind a tree and he roared like a tiger. And as usual, the travelers became frightened and they started running here and there. But Swami Haridas, he kept cool, and he called his disciples back and told them not to be afraid, and he told that all the tigers are not dangerous. Let us try to find out where the tiger was. So they all started looking for this tiger. Suddenly, one of his men saw a small boy hiding behind a tree. There are no tigers here, master, he said, only this naughty boy. So they all started searching for the tiger, but there was no tiger at all. Actually, it was Tansen who was producing the sound of a tiger. So finally they reached this boy and they caught him and brought him to the Swami. Swami Haridas did not punish him. He went to Tansen's father and said, your son is very naughty. He is also very talented. I think I can make him a good singer. So Swami Haridas, he recognized the hidden talent in Tansen. He did not punish him. He directly went to Tansen's father and said that the boy is naughty, but he is talented also. He can sing well, and if they permit him, he could make Tansen a good singer. And Tansen, at that age, he was just 10 years old, and he went with Swami Haridas to live in his ashram. In those days, children, there were no schools as we have these days. Those days, students used to go to ashrams and live there for a long period, for many years, and they used to take study and lessons from them, and then after 10 or 15 years they used to come back. So Tansen also went with Swami Haridas and started living with him. He lived with him for 11 years, learning music and became a great singer. At about this time, his parents died. So Tansen spent 11 years with Swami Haridas. He learnt music there and he became a great singer. And during this period, his parents died. But his father, Mukundan Mishra, wanted that Tansen should visit Muhammad Ghaus of Gwalior. Muhammad Ghaus was a holy man. Mukundan Mishra had long been devoted to him and often visited him. So before his death, Mukundan Das expressed his strong desire that Tansen should visit Muhammad Ghaus of Gwalior, who was a holy man, and Tansen's father was a devotee of that holy man, and he used to visit him. So Tansen also went there. While living in Gwalior with Muhammad Ghaus, Tansen was often taken to the court of Rani Mrignayani, who was a great musician herself. There he met and married one of the ladies of the court. Her name was Hussaini. So Tansen, to fulfill the desire of his father, went to Muhammad Ghaus and he started living there. And Muhammad Ghaus used to take Tansen to the court of Rani Mrignayani, and she was also a great musician. There he met a woman. Her name was Hussaini, and they finally got married. Hussaini also became Swami Haridas's disciple. Tansen and Hussaini had 5 children who were all very musical. So they got married, they produced 5 children, and Hussaini also became the disciple of Swami Haridas. Tansen had by this time become very famous. Sometimes he sang before Emperor Akbar, who was so impressed by him that he insisted Tansen should join his court. So Tansen became famous by this time. People started knowing him, people started liking his singing, and he went to Emperor Akbar's court also to sing song, and the emperor was so much impressed by him that he insisted that Tansen should be the gem of his court. He should join his court. So Tansen went to Akbar's court in 1556 and soon became a great favorite of the emperor. Akbar would call upon Tansen to sing at any time during the day or night. So Tansen joined Akbar's court in 1556, and he became, because he was a good singer, he became favorite of the emperor, and emperor started calling him any time he wanted to listen to his song, either day or night. Quite often he would just walk into Tansen's house to hear him practice. He also gave him many presents. So because he was favorite of the king, so whenever king wanted to listen to his song, he would go to his house and he would give him expensive gifts also. So other courtiers became jealous of Tansen, and what they said, we shall never be able to rest till Tansen is ruined. So they wanted to ruin Tansen, and they wanted to destroy his position in the eyes of the king. Actually, he wanted to kill him. So they started discussion. One of the courtiers, Shaukat Mia, who was a very absurd man, very you can say nonsense kind of fellow, who hated Tansen. He wanted that Tansen should die. So he had an idea how to get rid of Tansen. Let us make him sing Raga Deepak, he said. How will that help us? Asked another man. If Raga Deepak is properly sung, it makes the air so hot that the singer is burnt to ashes. Tansen is a very good singer. If he sings Raga Deepak, he will die and we will be rid of him. So this was his plan. He suggested that Tansen should be insisted to sing Raga Deepak, and that raga had so much power that it would create such heat in the environment that the singer himself would burn to ashes. So see the power of the raga. So Tansen, because he was a good singer, Shaukat Mia also knew that he was a good singer, and he would burnt alive in this heat of that raga, and in this way they will get rid of Tansen. Shaukat Mia went to Akbar and said, "We don't think Tansen is a great singer. Let us test him. Tell him to sing Raga Deepak. Only the greatest singers can sing it properly." So this was his plan. He went to the king and told that Tansen was not a good singer, and insisted the emperor to make Tansen sing Raga Deepak if he is actually a good singer. And king, who had great confidence on Tansen, he said, of course he can sing it. Tansen can sing anything. This was the confidence of the emperor on Tansen. Tansen was afraid, but he could not disobey the king. And this is very obvious. Tansen knew what will be the result of this raga, but he could not disobey the king. So what he said? Okay, very well, my lord, but give me some time to prepare myself. So he asked the emperor to give him some time to prepare this raga. Tansen went home. He had never been more downcast and unhappy. "I can sing the raga," he told his wife, "but the heat it gives off will not only set the lamps alight, it will also burn me to ashes." And he discussed this matter too with his wife, and he was very unhappy, very disappointed, and he told that, "I can sing this rag." Means Tansen could sing this raga, but he was aware of the consequences. He told his wife that the raga will not only burn the lamps, but it will burn the singer Tansen to ashes. Then he had an idea. If someone sings Raga Megha at the same time and sings it properly, it will bring rain. Perhaps our daughter Saraswati and her friend Roopvati could do it. So he thought and thought and thought, and finally he came to the conclusion that if immediate after the Raga Deepak, if somebody sings Raga Megh, it would finish all the heat produced in the environment, and in this way everybody will be saved. And then he thought of the person who was able to sing that song, that raga, and then he thought of his daughter Saraswati and her friend Roopvati. He taught the two girls to sing Raga Megha. They practiced night and day for 2 weeks. Tansen told them, "You must wait till the lamps start burning and then you start singing." So they started working accordingly. Tansen taught these two girls, Saraswati and Roopvati, Raga Megha. These girls also practiced with heart. They practiced day and night, and they started singing Raga Megha properly. But Tansen also instructed them not to start the raga till the lamp started burning. So the girl understood the matter. The legend goes that on appointed day, the whole town assembled to hear Tansen sing Raga Deepak. When he began to sing, the air became warm. Soon, people in the audience were bathed in perspiration. The leaves on the trees have dried up and fell to the ground. As the music continued, birds fell dead because of the heat, and water in the rivers began to boil. People cried out in terror as flames shot up out of nowhere and lighted the lamps. So that appointed day came when Tansen was to sing the song, was to sing the raga Deepak, and so many people assembled there in the hall, and Tansen started singing. And when he began singing, the atmosphere became very heated. Audience started sweating very badly. Leaves on the trees dried up and fell down. Birds sitting on the branches fell dead. and the water in the river started boiling. Just imagine the power of that raga. It produced so much heat, and then suddenly some flames came from nowhere and the lamp started burning. So, at once Saraswati and Rupati began to sing Raga Megha. The sky clouded over and the rain came down. Tansen was saved. The story goes that he was very ill after this, and Akbar was sorry that he had caused him so much suffering. He punished Tansen's enemies. When Tansen got well, the entire city rejoiced. So, children, the lamp started burning after the raga completed, and too much of heat was produced. And immediately, when the lamp started burning, these two girls, Saraswati and Rupvati, they started singing Raga Megha, and the sky was clouded, and it started raining, and in this way the atmosphere cooled down, and Tansen was saved. He did not die, but Tansen fell ill after singing this raga. That heat somewhere harmed him inside, and Akbar was sorry for his condition, because of him Tansen had to suffer so much, and he was so angry with the Tansen's enemies that he punished them severely. And Tansen took long time to recover from this illness, but when he recovered and he got well, the entire city was very happy. Tansen remained Akbar's court singer till 1585 when he died. So Tansen till his death remained one of the gems in Akbar's court. He died in 1585. He composed several new ragas. He was such a talented musician that he composed new ragas also. Tansen's tomb is in Gwalior. It is a place of pilgrimage for musicians. So his tomb was raised in Gwalior. It is still there, and it is a religious place for musicians. Pilgrimage means religious place. So musicians who love music, who know Tansen, they love to visit Tansen's tomb. So children, this was the story. Now your work starts. There are some questions at the back of the chapter. You are going to read those questions and write their answers and send your responses to me in time. Thank you, children. Have a great day.